Hi, today we will continue from where we left yesterday. I'm doing a series for earning $7 a day for beginner traders, and so today we continue from $14.45 and we target to reach $21. We are using our strategy, reverse candle strategy, and formation of an extra large candle from lower band to upper band. I have put a link to our Instagram and social media channels. Follow the channels and also download the course and master this strategy, because it will earn you money as a beginner in online trading. So let's start. We'll be trading with $1 and $2 sometimes. I've already made a first trade. We see an extra large candle forming. It's not exactly extra large, but we were making this trade to test the market and see how it is working, because it has formed an candle with no head and no tail. The RSI is almost touching the upper band, and it has formed, and next it has not reversed immediately, so we hope it will reverse now. So you you can do this to test how the market is, and if you lose, you make your next trade with 1 point the amount of balance you have. Remember, once you master this strategy, you will know a perfect signal and differentiate it from. You see, the market is not so good, it's fluctuating, so it might end when we are on the losing side, and it has. So now we need to be more keen. We have lost the first trade, so we need to keep checking how the market is. So let me open some more markets. So that I can preview 6 charts, and here there seems to be some trends. Here there's no trend, so that we can choose which market to trade on. If you know the perfect signals for trading, you will earn good money, but sometimes the market is not supportive, and do not trade at those times. If you see the market heavily against you, stop trading and save your money to trade tomorrow. Make sure you never lose your entire balance. So we look at the markets on where there is a chance to trade. Follow us on our Instagram, and comment and subscribe to this channel for more videos. I also put a link to a website where you can get more resources on online trading. This strategy is for beginners, and you can earning $7 per day is quite good money when you're starting, because the challenge you will face is you'll face a challenge of trying to earn so much within one day, and that can lead to you losing. But if you can grow your account slowly and not trade when perfect signals don't form, you're good. So here you see an extra large green candle and another green candle, but it has reversed after the next candle, not immediately as well. So we have a mental structure of how the market is working. So I've made my trade here with 1.45 to recover the the balance, the $1 I had lost. We see an extra large red candle forming and touching the lower band of the Bollinger Band with a small head and a small tail. However, I've made this trade because the lower line of the Bollinger Band has curved in a sharp corner and started facing up. So it tells me that this candle will not cross the lower band. It will start going on the reverse direction. Also, when you check the RSI, you can see the RSI has shifted direction, and in the history of the market it is not touching the oversold line, so we won that trade, and now we are past where we were, 14.45. we have recovered that dollar and earned a small profit. Remember, if you don't understand any trade, you can ask your question in the comment section, and I can answer to you personally. So I've made a trade here. This is a wrong trade. I thought the red candle had crossed the middle band, so we will be lucky to win this trade. It's not guaranteed. I thought the red candle had crossed the middle band to form our like a candle that touches the upper and the lower band of the Bollinger Band. So this candle might not cause a reversal because it has not crossed the middle band of the Bollinger Band. So we might lose this trade, so we will have to use $1.65 in the next trade to recover this loss and earn a small profit. Yes, we lost this trade, so let's look for a good trade. Here we see an extra large candle forming. See green candles, an extra large candle forming. We wait and see, and the RSI is touching the upper band. At that market we will trade at 32 seconds to lower if that candle sustains to be extra large and touching the upper band. However, you have seen it has started going down. It is extra large. Let's see. Yes, it's forming. So we wait for the time. Make sure to wait for 32 seconds and see how it will be. If that candle is extra large with no head and no tail, or with a small tail and touching the upper band, it will reverse from there. 28, 37. Yeah, we see the candle is a bit bigger than the rest, so we trade to lower. Sometimes this candle forms to be so long, other times it is just a little longer than the others, depending on how the market is. But remember to check that the RSI is touching the upper band so that you can trade to lower. So you will trade depending on how you are understanding the market. So we see it seems it might go up, but we're not so sure. Let's wait, because it's not so perfect, so much a perfect signal. But RSI is touching the upper band, and the candle is bigger than all the other green candles, and it is touching the upper band of the Bollinger Band. So we wait. If we lose, we will trade with $2. We won, so we are at $15. This market is not so good for trade. You might want to wait, because you see we are winning on very tight trades. If you would like a small infographic on the course, I can send it to you if you give me your email. So we see an extra large candle forming from upper band to lower band. Now that we are at $15, we can trade at $2. We wait to see where. Yes, it is forming from upper band to the lower band of the Bollinger Band. So we will trade to reverse. However, we should check that the lower, this is a good one. You can see a large candle forming from the upper band to the lower band, and the lower band of the Bollinger Band is facing up, but we have seen it has reversed immediately. This I didn't trade because it's facing down, but this one has also reversed, changed direction immediately. So we wait and see. Let me see if there's another chance. Here we see a good chance to trade, but let's do one trade at a time. So let's see. The problem with this is that the lower line of the Bollinger Band has faced down, and it should not face down if we are making this kind of trade. So this candle might go down but let's wait and see. The market is quite changing a lot at this moment. It's not a very good time to trade. If I lose this trade, I will trade at $3, but if I lose those $3, I'll start trading at $1. And if I lose 3 continuous trades, I'll stop trading for today. Yes, we see it has continued to go down. Make sure to check that the lower line of the RSI is not facing down. So I trade with the $3 to try and recover that. But if I lose this, I'll start trading again with $1. And I'll have lost 2 trades. If I lose a third one, I stop trading and know that market is not good for today. If you keep losing and continue trading, you lose the whole of your balance. You see, at this market, The lower line of the Bollinger Band is not facing down, it is facing straight or upwards. It means that candle cannot go lower, and the previous candle is touching the upper band and the lower band of the Bollinger Band. At this point you can trade at a bigger balance because it's almost a sure trade. So we wait, 14 seconds remaining. If the lower line of the Bollinger Band was facing down, I wouldn't take this trade. Yes, we won this trade. Let's see if we go to 15. Yes, you see now I trade to lower. I trade with $3 still because the green candle has no head and no tail, and it is touching the upper band and the lower band. Also, the red line, the upper band of the Bollinger Band, is not facing upwards, it's straight. The market is in somewhat a linear flow. This is a very good chance to trade. So I've traded with $3. Remember, if you are above $10, you can trade even with more than $1, but it's advisable to trade with minimum. I'm doing this so that I can move faster because signals are forming and they're not so perfect. You see an extra large candle forming here. I'll trade to higher. We want that trade. I'll trade here to higher 32 seconds because the RSI is touching the lower band and an extra large red candle has formed. So I've traded $2, but we see it's continuing to go down. So we wait. We see an extra large red candle forming with no head, and the RSI is touching the lower band, so we suspect the market might reverse at this point. But because the market is not so good, it might form a last red candle before it starts reversing. So we wait for martingale. If it does, we will trade at $3 because we have made a $2 trade here. If we win this trade, we will have one more trade to go. For a beginner, if you lose 3 trades, you need to just stop and trade for the next day. See, we won, but very close. We're at $19, so one more trade, and we are now $7. Here I'll trade to lower. Remember, at $2 we have an extra large green candle from the lower band and crossing the middle band, and with no head. Most of the time this candle reverses. But this is not 100% signal. When you master it in the trial account, you can use it in your real balance. When a green candle forms from lower band to middle band and the lower band is somewhat straight, it won't go further up. As long as that candle crosses the middle band, it starts reversing. So we won this trade. We are at 20.82. So one more trade and we finish our trading for today. So if you look at it today, yesterday we earned $7. Today we've earned some more. We will have earned some more $7, and that would mean that in total we have $14. So $14 is a good amount. So we'll keep compounding like that until we will master to do it every day. So we try for one last signal. This seems like a good signal. You can see at this point the market has been reversing in the past instances, but that's not our strategy. Here you see it forming again, an extra large green candle forming and crossing the middle band. The lower band of the Bollinger Band is somewhat straight and the candle has no head. Make sure you understand this. The candle has no head. Most of the time this will reverse to downwards, but sometimes it won't when it has formed an engulfing candle. I'll teach you that in my next video, so watch out for my next video about the engulfing candle strategy. It's a 98% winning strategy and very easy to implement. So we wait. You see the market is quite volatile. All our trades have been very closely won. Yes, and we won this trade. So now our balance is at $21.58. So tomorrow we will trade up to $29. We will continue like that until you get to $100. So remember, the secret in online trading is growing your account slowly and not trading with big balances that might end up to you losing your balance. Thanks for watching our channel. If you like the content, please subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified every time I upload a new video. For free trading tips and signals, follow us on Instagram. The link is in the description. Before we start, here are some best trading tips for day traders. Trade on perfect signals only. No trend, no trade. Trade must be within market strategy.